Did you ever make a choice that you regretted, and in hindsight, you could see with absolute clarity the choice that you should have made? I think at least most of us, if not all, have been there. Maybe it caused you to believe that you don't always make the best decisions in the moment. But what if I told you that maybe it isn't what you decide that is the problem, but how you decide? What does that even mean? Stick around and find out. Hi, I'm Hope. I'm the author of the book, The Creative Toolbox, a practical guide to discovering and using your creativity. And I love helping people explore intuition, creativity, and self-awareness for a freer, more conscious life. Please like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my channel to know when the next video drops. It is not only important to consider what decisions you make in life, but also how you make your decisions. In fact, the how is so important that it often determines what decisions you do choose to make. What do I mean by this? Do you make decisions by overthinking your options or using inner clarity? First, what is overthinking? Well, it's a process in which your mind creates this repetitive loop, which becomes very noisy. That can cause a lot of anxiety because you replay worst-case scenarios as possible results of your decisions that you can't seem to get out of your head. And then you make your choices based on this process. On the other hand, inner clarity generally stems from your intuition. That feeling of knowing you get, that feels calm, grounded, and steady, that quietly and confidently sends you in a direction leading to your decision. Based on these definitions of overthinking and inner clarity, you can imagine how different these two processes feel. Overthinking makes you feel tense, anxious, overwhelmed. Inner clarity makes you feel peaceful, confident, and at ease. Your actions are very different with these two processes. Ever hear of the expression paralysis by analysis? With overthinking, your actions are stifled because you are experiencing a sort of mental paralysis, replaying all these what-if scenarios in your head, which prevents you from deciding. With inner clarity, you can see a solution clearly and calmly, which leads to decisive action. Your level of focus differs when using overthinking versus inner clarity. When you are overthinking, your focus is anywhere but in the present moment, as you're either ruminating about the past or trying to predict the future outcome, and getting too immersed in the details rather than the big picture. When you are experiencing inner clarity, your focus is centered in the present moment, listening to what is, rather than trying to force a decision with your thoughts. And the source of each process is different. Overthinking comes from frantic thoughts based on fear. Inner clarity comes from deep but simple truth based on your intuition that is always quiet but audible if you are listening in the present moment. It's not just overthinking that prevents us from making our best decisions. Relying solely on logic can also limit our decision-making ability. While overthinking can make you anxious, emotional, and unproductive, being overly logical overvalues data as compared with feelings. Now, this is not to say that logic isn't a great thinking process. It surely is. Logic helps you make good decisions and help find resolutions. It looks for evidence, which is invaluable in many situations. It is generally constructive rather than destructive, and it can be very efficient using facts to make a viable decision. It is when logic is used to the exclusion of any other process to make decisions that it has limitations. The decision process based on logic only can be exhausting. Think of logical or analytical reasoning, which comes from the conscious mind, as one source of energy, such as a battery. Emotions and intuition, which come from the subconscious, form another source of energy, such as oil. If you ignore the energy from the oil, thereby ignoring emotions and intuition as part of the human decision-making process, you're going to eventually burn out your battery. as you've limited your resources. But if you include emotion, intuition, and logic in your decision-making process, decisions are made more quickly and efficiently than by logic alone. Also, as humans, we have a biological need to make sense of the world through our emotions, which give us feelings of comfort and stability. Logic alone does not provide us with this feeling of comfort, which increases our stress levels. And too much logic prevents us from gaining access to that gut feeling that our intuition provides, because we are too busy analyzing to notice. This is significant because that gut feeling is a very strong indicator as to whether we are headed in the right direction in our decision-making process. I believe that much of Western society is more comfortable using logic to reach decisions, and we often include overthinking in this process as well. We're more used to this than tapping into the subconscious to aid in our decisions. Most of us were not brought up this way. We certainly didn't learn to do this in school. But if we can learn to use our subconscious in addition to using logic, I believe we will have a much better experience in making decisions, and we will probably be happier with the choices we make. So, how can you tune into your subconscious in the decision-making process? By paying attention to the messages that your body is giving you. How can you do that? Here are 5 ways. Number 1, tune into your gut instinct. When you have a decision to make, frame your choices into yes-no questions. For example, if you are choosing between 2 job offers, one has better pay but a longer commute, and one has lesser pay but a very short commute, you can ask yourself questions such as, is higher salary a more important factor in my choice than more time and convenience? Is having more time and convenience more important than more money? Check what your gut is telling you. If your stomach feels light and open after your question, the answer is often yes. If your stomach feels tight and constricted, the answer is usually no. Number 2, do a body experiment. Imagine yourself choosing an option and observe what your body does. For example, does your heart rate change? Do you feel any tension in your jaw? Does your breathing change? Try this with each known option to get the feedback from your body. Number 3, get moving for clarity. Step back from a situation that requires a decision. Do something that involves moving your body. For example, take a walk, put on some music, and dance. Do some yoga poses. Then return to the decision situation and see if there is a shift that has led you toward a choice. Movement breaks can help us to wake up our intuitive response and deepen our insight. Number 4, choose what relaxes you. When you consider your options, which one makes you feel most at ease and relieved? This is likely the one that is the best choice for you. And number 5, honor your body's limits. This is a good overall practice as well as for making decisions. When your body signals it is fatigued, respect it and step back from it. It may not be the best time to make a choice. Return to your decision when you feel more energized. Most of the time, you can wait a little longer before you reach your decision. Does your body give you signals when it comes to making decisions? How does it alert you? Comment down below. Well, that's it for now. Please like, comment, and share this video, and subscribe to my channel to know when the next video drops. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more tools for exploring your intuition, creativity, and self-awareness for a freer, more conscious life. See you soon.